Hey you guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to my channel. So based on where I'm sitting, I'm sure you guys can tell once again, this is going to be part 2 of my Double Down Declutter series. We did pretty good in the first part. This is the box thus far. I also added in these Barbie doll lashes because I'm just not going to wear them. They're not for me. So in this video, I'm hoping to get through my foundations, my eyeshadow palettes, my lipsticks, and my highlighters. It is a tall order. My highlighter drawer is pretty much done as is. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be getting rid of, but I'll take a quick peek. But yeah, we're just going to get started. I didn't pull everything out of the drawers this time because they are on the floor, so I can probably just do this at floor level. Let's hope so. Let's just jump into this. Alrighty, so this is where we are going to start. We are going to start right into foundations. There's not a ton here I'm going to get rid of. I already did a lot, but I'll take everything out anyway. This is just where I kind of squirt foundation when I'm using it. I'm going to keep all of my loose powders. I'm not loving the lighting here. Hold on, I'm going to see if I can adjust it. Okay, I'm hoping that that's a little bit better for you guys. So I am going to keep like most of, or if not all of my loose powder. So I've got two Laura Mercier ones. I have the translucent and the glow translucent. The regular translucent one's already almost used up. So I do have a backup. I'm not going to pull my backups out, but I do just have a KVD Beauty setting spray, which I really like. So I'm going to keep. And I also have the whatever I just told you, Laura Mercier. I've got two Huda Beauty powders. You know what? I'm actually going to just keep the cupcake one, which is the pink one, and I'm going to get rid of the pound cake one. I don't reach for this product a ton, and when I do, I always go for the cupcake one. And to be honest, as soon as this is used up, like the other one, I'm probably only going to buy the Laura Mercier one because it's my favorite, so I'm just going to get rid of that. I keep trying to use up this Becca one, and then I don't use it up, so I think I'm just going to toss it because I've had it for so long, and I keep being like, no, I'll finish it, and then I don't. These Guerlain meteorites, I'm going to keep them and keep using them, but I wouldn't repurchase them. They're just a lot of money, and I have other products that do similar things to this, so in hindsight, it's kind of pointless, but whatever. Okay. Now we're into the actual like foundation part. I'm going to keep both of these NARS one. One is a glow booster and the other one is a liquid Laguna bronzer. Really like both of these, so we're going to keep those. The MAC Studio Fix Tech. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. It's in NC20, which A is not my shade. I have it on half my face today because the other half is trying out another foundation we're actually going to get rid of. But it's just too yellow. I just got the wrong tone. I'm normally an NW. I don't know why I strayed from that, but I did. And honestly, I'm not a fan of the way that this sits on my face. I find that it like grabs onto like strange textures. It's just not my favorite, so I'm actually going to get rid of this. Speaking of wrong textures and colors, this Il Maquillage, I did a video reviewing this foundation. I didn't mind it. I do think that it has a really, really good coverage, but once again, this is not the color for me. It is too yellow, and I don't like the texture. I find that it clings to, every little hair on your face and really, really amplifies them. And the other thing I noticed is that like where my blackheads are, it's almost making them look worse. Like it's clinging to the dirt inside the blackheads, if that makes any sense. So it's just not a good look for me. I'm just going to get rid of it because I just won't use it. The Guerlain L'Essential, unfortunately, this needs to get tossed. It's just gone off quite a bit. It is old. I've had it for, I think, longer than the recommended time of holding on to it. Having said that, like, there's other ones that I definitely have had longer, but the texture is just off. It's streaky. It's just not the same, so that's going to go as well. I'm going to keep my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I really, really like this. Same for my Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow or Light Wonder Foundation. This is really nice as well. I think I'm going to get rid of the Rare Beauty one. It is way, way, way too dark for me on the best of times. And I have a really dark foundation that I love, which is this NARS one, which again is too dark for me right now, but I'm hoping in the summertime it'll be a good shade for me. And in the meantime, I do have this one. This is in N3. The other one is in N5. So this one actually does work for me right now. I'm going to keep my NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. I really, really like this one. The problem I'm having right now is that I have so many that I just can't use right now because the colors are bad, which sucks. I'm going to get rid of this NYX one. Am I? Did I like the color? If the shade of this one's good, I might keep it. You know what? The shade's pretty good. I'm going to hold on to it and just try and use it again. I'm going to put this in my, like, make sure I use it because I haven't been using it and I need to make sure that I like it. I love my Luminous Silk one by Armani Beauty. It's really, really nice. This Clinique one is so, so good. This Even Better Glow one. I love this. Keeping it. This MAC Face and Body Light Pearl. I keep keeping it to mix with my foundations. And then I don't. I'm going to get rid of it. It's time. It's time. It's got to go. This Marcel Flawless I really, really like, and I do want to keep a couple drugstore foundations, so I'm going to hold on to that one. Also going to keep this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. Honestly, the smell bothers me a little bit on this, but I can handle it. It's not a problem. The Maybelline Fit Me, again, this is so, so dark for me. It's crazy to think that I can get this dark, or I once was regularly this dark. I'm going to hold on to this and just hope that my tan picks up in the summer. That's all I can do. I always keep this mini MAC Prep and Prime just because it's really good for traveling with. I just refill it from my full-size one. This is the coconut one. I also have a mini all-nighter, which I'm going to put in my use-up kind of pile because, I don't know, I have one travel one. I don't need more than one, so I'm just going to use that up. Got this Natasha Denona Body Glow. I'm hoping to use that this summer a little bit. Got a bunch of setting sprays in here that are just like use next ones because I have my Marc Jacobs one that I'm trying to finish up. And then I'll probably use the Glam Glow one and then get into these ones because I don't need this much setting spray and I gotta pick which one's my favorite and just keep buying that one. Now into this section. This is all my bronzers, my powders, my yada yada yada. There's some liquid foundations in here that just like don't fit standing up in here. I don't know how much here is actually going to go because I do really like most of these products. I'll go through it really quickly, but I highly, highly doubt anything's going to go. This is the only thing I'm debating, but it's so new to me, this terracotta universal shade glow thing. It's nice. It's not as, like, light as I think I thought it would be. And honestly, the smell really bothers me. But it's, like, brand freaking new. I'm going to keep it a little bit longer. But it is annoying me that it stinks that bad. Honestly, I think everything else is going to stay. I've got a couple like MAC powder foundations, including like this Mineralized Skin Finish Press Powder. I've got a bunch of bronzers here, some more here that I really like. Only thing I'm really kind of like hemming and hawing about are, I'm definitely keeping this one, this Urban Decay Hydromaniac. I actually really, really like it. I think it's a really nice, like, hydrating, this Drive Me Nuts foundation. Okay. I've always kept the Too Faced Do You because it is fuller coverage, but it's really old. And it still smells fine, and it still performs fine. No, it expired a couple years ago. I'm just going to toss it. I think it's just time, even though I don't want to. And I'll just keep my Stay Naked, and hopefully, eventually, I'll be that color again. So that is that drawer. Basically done. I just need to put everything back. Alrighty, so I have decided that it is time to go through my liquid lipsticks. I did a pretty good job with these last time, but honestly, once again, there's just so much here. I've got like full collections of like NARS and of these like Powder Kiss liquid lipsticks and stuff like that I know I won't use every color, that I know I don't need every color. And I kind of want to compare some formulas because there's some colors I'm only keeping. Like I've got a couple really, really bright pinks that I'm only keeping on the off chance I want to wear a really bright pink. So I think I just need to like pick one or the other and go off that. And I just want to check some formulas as well. So again, I'm going to do a lot of this off screen, I think. But when I get back, I will tell you like what I'm keeping and stuff. I just don't want this video to be like insanity in terms of its length. But I will do right now is just like quickly pick out a few things that I think I do want to keep and show you guys that. And then I will, or if I know I don't want it, same. So right off of the bat, this iconic London plumping lip gloss. This is like brand new, so I definitely want to keep this one. This is in the shade Nearly Nude. It's just a really light, pretty nude color. I've also sort of realized that in terms of lip glosses, while I'm okay wearing them, I am more prone to like these solid colors as opposed to the super glittery ones, and I have a ton of the glittery ones, so I might only keep 1 or 2 of them. I'm definitely going to keep my Buxom glosses. I think that they are one of my favorite formulas. And there's one other lip gloss in here, this one, this Rimmel one that I really like. This one does have some like, I don't know if you guys are going to see it, like glitter reflect in it, but it's still like that solid base color. It's not like a clear. So these I'm going to pick out right now that I want to keep. I'm just going to like toss them into the drawer. I'll organize it after. There's another Buxom one in here. There it is. The 3 Buxom ones I have, by the way, in case anybody is curious, are Hot Toddy, White Russian, and Blushing Margarita. I did have a couple more at one point, but I've gotten rid of them since then. What else in here? Okay, this KAB lip oil, I'm just not going to wear it. I'm going to get rid of that. I just know I don't need to swatch it or anything. It can just be gone. Oh, man. I don't even know where to go from here. This is so hard. Yeah, I think at this point I'm just gonna have to, no, you know what? Okay, these Marc Jacobs ones are pretty new to me. I just got 2 new shades, and I do really like these as like a really quick, like just throw on your lip kind of thing. These are just their like high shine lip glosses, so I'm gonna keep those. Now I think might be the point at which I need to start swatching some stuff and making some decisions. So I'm going to kind of pick a collection and just go through it. Like maybe I'll start with like the NARS Air Mattes off camera and tell you guys what I'm keeping, what I'm not, when I get back. I think that's the best way. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Okay, so after reviewing the video, I have swatching these on my lips and also just some other shades I have. These are the 5 that I'm actually going to get rid of, which is crazy. I'm going to hold on to these ones. There's a lot of reds in this formula that I'm really into. So these are the 5 that I think I want to keep. So I'm getting rid of, I don't know. I definitely know that these 2 are going to go. So this is Pinup and Thrust. They're just not my kind of shades. They have that more brown undertone. It doesn't really suit me that much. I have other formulas like Joyride that I prefer, and same thing with Knockout. I think if I'm going to wear a color like that, I'd like it just to be solid. Yeah, you know what? I'll just get rid of the 5 of those. That was the decision I made. I just need to stick with it. Now I'm going to go through some of these Powder Kiss ones because, again, I bought the whole freaking collection, and even when I was swatching it, I remember thinking, ooh, there's a lot here that I really don't need doubles of, and this formula is a lot like the NARS formula as well, so that'll make me feel better about some of those that I got rid of. So let me go through these and just see how this goes. This is going to be so difficult. Look at them, they're so pretty, and I love having full collections. They just look so nice. Okay, alrighty, so once again I did a lot better than I thought I would. I'm going to be keeping 7 of them, so that's these 7 here. If you guys do want to see names, I'll just kind of, hopefully you can zoom in or whatever. So those are going to stay, and these are the ones I'm getting rid of for some similar reasons to the other ones that I got rid of. Either, you know, the colors I have in here I don't want to wear in that formula, or they're similar to other colors I keep, or they're just not for me. So the ones I'm getting rid of are A Little Tamed, Burning Love, I think this one is Model Off Duty, Escandalo, Mullet Over, and Gotta Call Back. These are all going to go. Good job, Sam. You're killing it. Next, I think I just need to check the formula of some of these ones because I've had them for a really long time and I actually don't know if they're even any like good anymore. So I'm going to check the formula of these and see if I can hold on to them, because the only one I'm like debating getting rid of, to be honest, is this pink one. Maybe this one if I don't have another color like it. No, if I do. I don't. Okay, let me go check the formula of these. Alrighty, so unfortunately, when I was editing together this declutter, I don't know what I did, but I lost a ton of footage. So I basically lost all the footage of me going through the remainder of my liquid lipsticks, also my bullet lipsticks, and my eyeshadow palettes. Thankfully, I have not gotten rid of the products that I was able to declutter yet. So what I'm going to do now is kind of just show you guys what I got rid of. And then at the end of the video, there is a quick kind of peruse of the drawer system. Once upon a time, I put up a collection video to show you guys everything that was in my current collection. If that's something you guys are still interested in, like you really want to see all of my palettes or anything like that, let me know. I've done videos like that in the past and I have no problem doing them again. Just put it down in the comments and I will make that happen. So yeah, I'm going to readjust you guys down to the floor and show you guys all of the items I got rid of and try and remember why I got rid of some of these. I'm hoping that because it's been a little while, none of these things are gonna find their way back into my collection, but who knows. Alrighty, so hopefully this is like an okay angle and okay lighting for everybody. I just sort of looked to see where I kind of lost footage after. So the first thing I will say is I did end up being able to keep all 5 of my MAC what are these called? Retro Matte liquid lipsticks. I really do enjoy these. They're one of my favorite formulas. If you're looking for a lipstick that is going to really stay all day and give you some bright, vibrant colors, this is the one to get. I checked the formula. It seems to be okay, so I kept all 5 of these. Now I'll get into some of the stuff I got rid of. Maybe what I'll do after showing you this is kind of show you the drawer because, like I said, I lost track of where I was. While I kept a few of my Too Faced melted mattes, oh, I guess they're upside down, I did end up getting rid of, there we go, these 2. So they are in the shades Queen Bee and 1998. Reason being, I find that this formula is not the greatest for these brighter colors. I find that it goes on a little bit streaky, and the Queen Bee color is honestly one that was too close to some of the other ones I kept, which I will kind of show you guys later. So there's nothing wrong with these. They're still totally fine, but I decided to get rid of these 2. I also ended up deciding to get rid of these 2 Too Faced melted lipsticks. Honestly, not for any reason other than that they have never been used. They are completely intact. And what I mean by that is like the sponges are completely clean on them. So in my mind, I've had them for a little while. It made a lot more sense. I've really got to figure out where this camera is. It made a lot more sense giving them away while they're still brand new as opposed to using them when I know I really don't need them all that badly. I also ended up getting rid of my 2 nude sticks. I used to really enjoy these products. Unfortunately, like a lot of other things and like some of those like Too Faced ones, I find that they go on very streaky, and I do have similar colors in better formulas, so I ended up getting rid of those 2. In terms of my lip lacquers, I also got rid of a few of those shades, just some of the, again, more light ones and generic ones. There's nothing wrong with these. They're beautiful, but I don't wear them enough, so I kept some of my brighter fun shades, which I'll show you guys in a minute, and I got rid of these 2. In case you're wondering what these shades are, they are in Patent Pleasure, that's the nude one, and Lacquered Up is the more pinky one. I also ended up getting rid of just a ton of my MAC lip glosses. Here's the other one here. Just because I constantly keep them and I'm like, I'll wear them, and then I just don't. I did keep a few, a lot that are similar to some of these nude colors. I have other lip glosses that I do prefer. I find that I like a more opaque lip gloss as opposed to some of these like purely glitter ones. And this Vamplify lip gloss, I've had it for forever and I never wear it. And every time I'm like, it's so pretty, I've got to wear it, and then I don't. So it was just time to let some of these go. I also ended up passing on 2 of these Maybelline Super Stay inks. Again, I love the formula, but I had this color very similar in a lot of other formulas, and the pink I ended up not really enjoying all that much. I think I found a different formula that I preferred, so I ended up getting rid of those. I ended up getting rid of all except one of my XO Beauty liquid lipsticks, so I think I only kept like the very, very vibrant pink one, and I ended up getting rid of like all of these sort of pinky ones. Again, for no reason other than it's not my favorite formula. It can be kind of streaky and a little difficult to wear, and I've got these colors in other formulas. Also passed along a ton of my ABH ones. Again, beautiful, beautiful colors. I don't mind the formula. This one is just too light for me. I don't know why I thought I could keep it. It's in the shade Stripped. I never ever wear this super glittery lip gloss, so I just thought it was time. And same with these two. I've had them for years and I never wear them. It's time to let go. That can be said for a lot of the remainder of these liquid lipsticks. So I have a Rare Beauty one that I never ever wear. I'm not a huge fan of the formula. This KVD Beauty one in the shade Double Dare. It is, again, one of those colors that I have in multiple formulas and in bullet lipsticks. I did keep some other colors of this formula, but this one, it was time to go. This shaker, I think it's by... who makes this? Lancome? Yeah, it's a Lancome shaker. I got this because Jamie Page talks about them on her channel, and I thought I would really like it, but it ended up not really being for me. And then it was finally time to let go of my Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. I've had it for years, and I'm always like, I'll wear it, I'll wear it, I'll wear it. And again, I don't wear it. That seems to be the theme here. So then I also got rid of a handful of my MAC bullet lipsticks for various reasons. Mainly, I would say I have similar colors, if not the same colors, in multiple formulas, or I don't like the formula. There's a bunch of metallics in here. There's also some retro mattes, which I hate, and I never wear them, and it's very pointless for me to keep them just for that sake. So I did end up letting go of a lot of MAC lipsticks, and this was really hard for me because I am a MAC collector. But at the same time, like, they're just going to sit there and go bad. So what's the point? I will do a quick list of all the shade names. If you guys want to know them, I will show you right now. And if not, then maybe just skip ahead a little bit and we'll move on to the rest. So this matte in Lady Danger, I have in a smaller size. So I passed on that one. This is a retro matte in Relentlessly Red. I just don't like the formula. I have this shimmery one in Iglooed to You. It's just not something I'm going to wear. I don't tend to go for frosty or metallic lipsticks, no matter how much I say that I will. I have Bricola. It's an amplified lipstick in a smaller one that came out in a Christmas collection. Mare, again, I have a couple smaller ones of this that came out in collection sets that I would prefer to keep. This one is a Powder Kiss lipstick in the shade Burning Love. I just decided it was one that I just didn't need. Also, the same for Mullet Over Powder Kiss lipstick. Again, there's nothing wrong with these or the formula. It's just that I don't need them anymore, and I know that. Here's another retro matte in the shade Steady Going. It's like a bright bubblegum pink. I definitely have similar pinks and better formulas. Vegas Volt, another one that I have in miniature size. Same can be said of Snob. It's like this blue-toned pink shade. Two more are Hades Fire. So this is a metallic that the chances of me wearing are slim to none. Same can be said for Wild Nectar here. So those are all the MAC lipsticks that I got rid of. I also ended up, oh, sorry, I missed one here. This is Coral and Carol. And it's just a shimmery, shimmery, vibrant pink. I'm just not going to wear it. I ended up finally getting rid of the remaining two Too Faced lip glosses that I picked up in the Christmas collection a while ago. While I really like them, I'm just not wearing them. I am also finally giving up this last Wet n Wild color that I've been holding on to. Again, I do like this. It's a good formula, but I'm not wearing it. And to be honest, the case for this, like the lid, doesn't stay on, and it drives me berserk. The last three things that I got rid of are just a miniature NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment. I just don't need it. I finally found the other Trace that I got rid of in my last declutter. And then this Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. It's just too gloopy, too gummy. It's just not my favorite formula. So that had to go as well. Now I'm going to show you guys what is... You know what? I'll go through these palettes first. I'll show you guys what I'm getting rid of here. Oh, that retro matte you guys would have already seen. I'm going to be honest, there's a couple things that I'm eyeing right now that I kind of want to put back in my collection, but we'll see what happens. You've kind of been staring at them and are probably really surprised by some things, probably most of all by the two Natasha Denona palettes that are in here. So the two that I've decided to get rid of are the Jubilee palette and the Peak palette. Both of these came out in BoxyCharms. I believe both were BoxyCharm exclusives. This palette I'm getting rid of just because it just doesn't really draw me in. There's nothing that special about it that I don't have in either other Natasha Denona palettes or other palettes of other brands. And this one I got rid of because I believe 3 of the 5 shades are in my Tropics palette, like my bigger palette. And the remaining 2 are just not colors I'm really going to reach for often. I have tons of pinks, and this blue is nothing special, if I'm completely honest. So I just decided to pass on these. I'm finally getting rid of my Too Faced Sparkling Pineapple palette. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful, but once again, I always say I'm going to use it, and I don't use it, so time for that to go as well. I was sad, but I decided it was finally time for my 2 Alamar Cosmetics palettes to go as well. I love their shimmer formula. I think it's fantastic, but to be honest, like, this color story just doesn't really do anything for me. I've got a ton of purples, and pinks aren't really my thing. I really, really liked this this shade here, this like really, really pretty kind of coral shade. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I just don't need it. I never use it. And I always say I'm going to use this palette as well. But once again, I just don't. It's time for somebody else to get some joy out of those. The Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. I did keep a bunch of Juvia's Place palettes. This one was the one for me that just seemed the most unoriginal, the most uninspiring. It's just a neutral palette. I've got all of these in other palettes, other formulas, other brands. Even this brand, I'm sure I have similar colors. So I just thought if there was one I was going to get rid of, this was the one. It was the least unique. I ended up deciding it was time to get rid of this big MAC palette. This is the Grand Spectacle eyeshadow palette. Came out in the Christmas collection last year. I did really enjoy it. I liked some of the colors. I thought they were super fun, super pigmented. It's just a giant palette that I really don't need. Like, there's no color in here that I don't have in another palette or in a single shadow that is really, really drawing me in. Like, there's some of these beautiful, beautiful like multi-chrome shimmers in the middle. I just didn't need it anymore, and it can't even fit in my palette drawer. It's so big, and that just annoys me so much. I also decided to finally get rid of my Naked 3 palette. Honestly, of all the Naked palettes, this one is my least favorite. I don't really even know why I bought it in the first place. I think I was in this phase of trying to get all the Naked palettes. I wish I had been able to get the Naked, like the Naked Smoky palette or whatever, but that was before my time, before I started using anything other than MAC. So I'm just passing on this. I've got a lot of other palettes that have similar mauves and stuff in it. This one is just too one-dimensional for me. Time to go. I also made the plunge and decided to get rid of my 2 Dominic Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes. So I have the Rustic Glam palette, and I also have the Latte palette. This is the original Latte palette. I've actually decluttered this one before, and somehow it snuck back into my collection. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but I just decided, you know what? Again, it is nothing super original, nothing that I don't have in other formulas, and some of these colors, like this vanilla cream color up top, I will literally never ever use, so it was just time for it to go. It snuck back into my collection. I still have never used it. Time to go. And the same can be said for the Rustic Glam palette. I really, really liked this half of the palette with some of the more neutral tones and that bright, bright blue. But once again, I wasn't using much down the other end. And any of these colors that I really, really love, I have close enough in other formulas that it'll look the exact same on my eyes. Getting rid of this Marc Jacobs eyeshadow palette. This is the Stiletto palette. I think this one was limited edition. It's just different shades of like browns and taupes and like a little bit of purple in here. I feel like I thought there was more purple in here, maybe just because of the shimmer. Honestly, Marc Jacobs shadows, for how expensive they are, they're not really that good. So I don't know. I never used the palette. It was just time to go. Next thing I finally parted with, and it's like hitting me a little bit right now, is my Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I used to love this palette. I used to use it for the mirror all the time. It was like my go-to palette to find like filler colors, but I've gotten to this point where I have so many filler colors in so many different palettes. I'm just not using it anymore. I don't think the formula is performing the same as it used to either, to be completely honest. I've had this for so long. It was just time to let it go. And I'll be honest that since it's been sitting in the box, I haven't even thought about it once. Another palette that I finally decided to part with is this MAC shadow palette that came out in a Christmas collection a few years ago. It is really pretty. It's got some really pretty shimmers in it, but it was just not something I ever reached for. Same can be said for this, and I am a little disappointed they actually don't make these anymore. This is the Warm Neutral palette, so this is the ×15 Warm Neutrals. I did keep my Mellow Moderns palette. It is my favorite MAC one, but once again, like a lot of the other ones, I just wasn't using it. I have all these colors in other palettes. It was time to let it go to somebody else. The two palettes that I'm actually having the hardest time sitting here right now, like continuing to let go of, are the next two. So I have this little NARS. This is the Copper Voyageur eyeshadow palette. It is really pretty. I used to really like taking this to travel, but to be honest, like there's not enough diversity in the browns. Like I wish there was a more dark chocolate brown, and then maybe like this brown was a little lighter just to get a little bit more depth and definition. So I think I'm going to stick to my guns on this and pass this along. It did me well while I used it, but I never use it. It always gets lost in drawers. And the other one that I was kind of disappointed by is the Huda Beauty Khaki Haze. Now I did keep a lot of my other Obsessions palettes, but I decided to let this one go mainly because when I purchased it, I thought it was going to have more of those khaki green colors, like the olivey greens, and there's really none in here. There's a couple of these shimmers that are like, you know, really pretty and whatever, but this color in the middle, this one that I thought was going to be more of an olivey green, really when it's in person is just another brown, maybe with a tiny bit of a khaki undertone to it. I've got these colors in other palettes. Time to let it go. So I'm not going to show you guys the palettes that I did keep. I think there's 14 here total that I'm getting rid of, but I will really quickly show you what's left in my liquid lipstick drawer just so you guys can see what I held on to. Alrighty, so this is all that is left in my liquid lipstick drawer. As you guys can see, I actually did a really good job of narrowing it down. You guys have already seen the MAC lipsticks that I kept and the NARS ones that I kept. So super quickly, there is another one of these, another Power Matte Pigment from NARS. It's just in my purse right now, so I kept 3 of those and that. And I kept my 2 Velvet Lip Glides and also my lip oil. I love those NARS products. This is the only Maybelline one that I kept. It was just a very unique color. And like I said, I did keep the 2 melted lipsticks that I had used, and I kept a couple other melted mattes as well. So like I said, this is the only Shan XO one I kept, this bright pink. And then I think you guys may have seen the rest of the ones that are in here. I kept 2 ABH ones in Trouble and I think Dusty Rose. These were actually the original 2 that I purchased, and they were the only ones that were unique enough to bother keeping. And I kept a small handful of MAC lip glosses, some sparkly toppers that I just thought would be fun for just some looks, and then this really unique color that came out in the bronze collection, and also this really nice color as well. So that is everything I ended up keeping in my liquid lipstick drawer. Alrighty, so I am all done organizing everything. I just thought I would show you, I've got some garbage up here, what is left. what I didn't get rid of, and then I'll swing over to the box. So up top, not a lot changed. I kept all of these MAC lipsticks. I kept, you know, this setting spray has to get used up and then it'll be gone. Brushes I didn't go through, whatever. Nothing really came much out of here. This is that organizer that I have. So in this drawer, I have sort of products that I know I need to retry to decide if I want to keep them or not. This is all not used backups, like unopened backups, and my Huda Beauty metal and matte liners are here. And then I've got just a couple eyeshadow palettes up here that don't fit in drawers. Now we'll go through the drawers and I feel so much better. I can't even tell you guys. So here's drawer number 1. So I've got all of this empty space, which is craziness because I normally am struggling to close this drawer. I'm really, really happy with the progress I made here. All my primers fit into one little container. My concealers I never had that problem with, but I'm really happy with that. This drawer here, I am so satisfied with. This is the first time I've ever actually had like eyeshadow palettes up here. I just decided that because my small eyeshadow palettes are getting lost in that big palette drawer, that it would make a lot more sense to put some of my smaller ones up here. So this is like the most satisfying thing, is that the 6 of these palettes and my 2 Natasha Denona ones fit so nicely here. The only Natasha Denona ones I left up here are the ones that I've had for a long time that I noticed cracked, and the little itty bitty baby ones that are here. But like I said, everything fits really well in this drawer now, especially because I've been able to move like my dose of colors here, my chrome pots here. I decided to put my eyebrows and my black liners in the front because I use them more frequently than the colored liners. So that drawer just makes me so happy to look at. Looks really nice. This drawer is a bit of a cluster, but it's okay. I do have all of these MAC single shadows that I kept. I've got 2 palettes here, so I put the I Want Candy one up here because it just fits so nicely. I've also stored the Greatest Hits bangers in here just because it wouldn't fit in the lower drawer. My blush drawer also is looking really, really nice right now. Everything is basically fitting in here. I used to have all kinds of extra stuff in the front and down the sides, and now I don't, which is really nice. My lipstick drawer, it doesn't look like a lot has happened, but now all of this space has been freed up. I just have to try and remind myself that just because I have more space now does not mean I need to fill said space. That's always tricky for me. Getting down a little further, my liquid lip drawer, lip glosses, whatever, is really, really empty. Like, it used to be full to here because I was starting to put stuff underneath other drawers. So I'm really happy with how much I culled this down because I wasn't using everything and it was just ridiculous to keep everything. Highlighters, I actually didn't go through. I didn't take any of them out. I looked at it and decided, nope, I still want to keep everything. Hence why this drawer has not changed. But one thing I am very, very proud to say is there's no eyeshadow palettes in this drawer anymore. So at least, even though there's palettes and drawers up top, at least those are all predominantly eye drawers, whether it be my single shadows or where my eyeliners, mascaras, and stuff are kept. So there's nothing in here hiding all of my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palettes, which is awesome. Then I have my foundations drawer, bronzers drawer. Again, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Nothing slipping and sliding around anymore. I've got tons of open space. And are you guys ready for this? My eyeshadow palette drawer. So it was kind of like putting a puzzle together, but I am really happy with how I was able to get this to work. I am a little concerned about my Pat McGrath Mothership palette just because it was shattering and stuff like that, but whatever, we'll see what happens. Sort of if you just pull some of these upper palettes away, you find other palettes that have been like pieced together below. But whatever, it is what it is. When you have this many palettes, I'm just happy to say that the drawer easily shuts now. That is new. So that is it for my declutter video. I'm going to show you guys the box. I got rid of way more than I thought I would, and most of it is actually like makeup products as opposed to like other times when I'm kind of like, oh, I don't mind getting rid of tons and tons of like skincare stuff, but I don't want to get rid of like the actual like makeup, which is the fun stuff. But like, this is the box. It is very, 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 very full. So I'm really proud of myself. I did a lot better than I thought I would in some places, and I did a lot crappier than I thought I would in other places, such as the eyeshadow drawer. But I'm really happy to have this done. It makes me feel a lot better, and it makes me feel Like everything I have in my collection is something I actually want in my collection and will use in my collection, assuming I can reach it. We'll find out at the end of the year when I have to do another declutter and I find a bunch of stuff that I've never touched. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the last one. Give it a thumbs up, comment down below. If you're not already and you would like to be, then subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.